So we've ticked all those boxes. That invoice is still outstanding. What's the best way to handle things from this point on? Because for many of us, we may not be the party in the position of strong bargaining power. We want to preserve that commercial relationship. It may be very important to our cash flow and to our future ambitions. And aggressive threats of bringing in the lawyers might not be the ideal first move. What should we be doing?
Of course.
At this point?
Well, I think there's two things to bear in mind. And one is that they do owe the money. You've done the work. You've invoiced it. The contract says they have to pay you, and they have to pay you. So you are starting from that point of view. And the other is, it can be great. You feel great about winning a big client, but if they're not going to pay you, or they're going to be bad payers, then there's limited value to that relationship, because it's just not working for you. So I think you need to understand that it's not all one-sided, that you do have rights, and there are things that you can do to help yourself.
Absolutely. And there is a difference, isn't there, between somebody who simply pays you late and is defined as a late payer and someone who's a bad payer. Can you sort of demystify that a bit for us?
I think legally speaking, if the payment's due, the payment's due, and once it's overdue, then it's treated the same. But in practical terms, it's always useful to understand why it is. Is it just that the invoice has fallen through the system and you need to get it in front of the right person to have it approved and paid, or is it that there is a problem, they haven't got the cash and they're just not in a position to pay you, or they're just willfully refusing to pay you because of some reason that you're not aware of. So it's good to understand that. That's through communication, through using a relationship with the parties, to speak to them, to ask, why has this not been paid? Can you give me a date when it's going to be paid by, and can you confirm to me once that's been put into place?
And the bad payers are those ones who just persistently don't pay, or who willfully refuse to pay you for those reasons.
Absolutely. And they will try to give you the runaround.
And as you say at the beginning, you're probably treating them both the same, and you're not really making that distinction. But if that overdue invoice situation persists, then somebody may move from being simply a late payer to being a bad payer, and you may change your strategy in terms of how you handle that.
Yes, absolutely. So it's understanding what's happening on the other side, why aren't you being paid, and then being able to tailor your actions, how you respond to that based on that information you have.
And we talk through these steps a lot, I know, and the sort of decisions and the options that you've got at this stage in the guides that we've produced with you. So shall we take a look at the guide?
Yeah.
Brilliant.